Today, we're going to be talking about three metrics that impact everything from your ranking to your user experience to your conversion rates to even your ad costs. So today, we're going to be talking about what are Google's core web vitals and how do they impact your site. So what are the core web vitals? First, they will track your real user's experience when you go to the website. So they're part of Google's page experience signals. They were released originally in 2020, and they've been updated since then. New metrics have come out and swapped for other ones. So these are three metrics that take diagnostic data from your actual website visitors. So it's not a speed score necessarily, where you would load up your website on PageSpeed Insights or GT metrics, and it would give you an A or an F score or a 0 to 100 score. This is actually what your users are experiencing, and that's why Google added them as a ranking factor. So first, your largest contentful paint. This is pretty much how long it takes until the biggest thing on your site finishes loading. Now, this could be your image, text, video element, really whatever the largest thing on that specific page is. Once it finishes loading, you want to get that loading in less than 2.5 seconds. Next, responsiveness, which is your interaction to next paint or INP metric. This is the one I mentioned was replaced and swapped out in March 2024. This is how fast the page responds when you tap, click, scroll on the website. Now, you want this to be under a fifth of a second, under 200 milliseconds, which could be pretty difficult. This metric isn't usually the most difficult to pass. Next, we have your cumulative layout shift. This is basically when you load the website, do any elements bounce around that cause a poor user experience? Google's recommendation or example of what a bad cumulative layout shift would be is when you're on an e-commerce store and the page shifts and gets you to add something to cart that you didn't mean to add. They actually shared this example on their website, on the web.dev site. So you want to make sure that the page doesn't bounce around at all and cause people to click on things they don't want to click on, or, hide certain buttons or elements. So under 0.01 will get you passing that metric. So core web vitals are graded on the 75th percentile of your visitors. So this is the experience that the majority of people will get. It's not going to be every single person on the site. It's just that majority. That lab data is what I talked about first, where with PageSpeed Insights, it gives you that 0 to 100 score. With GT metrics, it gives you that A through F grade, depending on your speed. The field data is what core web vitals are referring to, not the lab data. So it can be confusing because sometimes they show the field data like largest contentful paint on the lab data itself. So largest contentful paint for loading, interaction to next paint for responsiveness, cumulative layout shift for stability. Try to remember those. And if you'd like a free audit on your core web vitals and see some of the reasons why maybe you're failing core web vitals, we have optimized over 1,500 sites in the last 6 years. We'd be happy to look at your site and at the very least point you in the right direction on how to get it passing core web vitals. Thanks for watching.